I am live. Doing the shit again. I'm gonna just wait for people to join up again. Let me just... Okay. Just gonna wait. I am just gonna wait. Why is it saying upcoming? Dear Lord. Hold on. Broken the shit work. Go live. Alright. Alright, I think I'm live now. I had to make the stream private for a sec. Okay. Because like it isn't showing up on my... Okay, now it's showing up. Alright, now it's working. I'm doing good. How's everyone in chat doing? I'm gonna just pull up the stream on my side. Oh, there's my stream. Okay. I just need to know if I'm like, am I lagging? Do I sound good? Do I sound good, everyone? I'm just gonna make sure that I sound good real quick. Okay, I sound good. Okay. So, how's your day been, Otto? Before you start answering questions and never see this, I'm good. So how did y'all like the new video? Did y'all disagree with it? Is there like some Akaza fans in the chat? Like I want to know like the general opinions of what people think about the matchup. Actually, I guess I'll just... Bro, am I really lagging right now? All right. Am I lagging? Because it's on my side, it said I disconnected. I just need to know if I'm connected. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay. No one's saying I'm lagging, so I think I'm good. Just a quick question. So you believe the upper moon meeting scene between Kokushibo and Akaza was a perception blitz or an off guard? I think it was a perception blitz. Whoa me, can't believe I made it to an Otto stream. Yeah, I'm streaming a little earlier than I normally do. Oh yeah, I already answered that. Yeah, there's just like, from what I've seen, there isn't a lot of like a lot of pushback so far. It's mainly just like a couple people who just say like the same shit that I kind of just like expected, that I just expected people to say. Let me just pull up the comments. Yeah, so here are the comments. I'm just gonna pull up certain replies that I disagree. Like let's see if I can find it, because some people said some stuff that I did get wrong. Like I did get a couple things wrong. Like I mean it didn't really like matter to the overall outcome of the video, but something that I did get wrong was, oh damn, pop-up ads. Something that I did get wrong was I said that Giyu can't activate the red blade by himself. And the thing about that is that that's just incorrect. We see that Tanjiro later on is able to activate the red blade by himself. And then we also see that Iguro is also able to activate the red blade by himself. Like let me see if I can pull it up. He activates it way earlier, but he keeps it active. He doesn't pass out while keeping it active. Like where is it? It's no, it's not there. Shit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, he pierces Muzan in the neck right here, and his blade is red. So, one thing that I did get wrong was that Giyu can activate the red blade by himself. So if he wanted to do that, he could do that. So that just makes the outcome worse for Akaza, because like that means in a normal situation, like we don't even need to give Giyu like special treatment. He just can activate the red blade, and the outcome is the same almost every single time they rematch. So that's something. You're saying Akaza fans are wildin'. What did they do? That was just me exaggerating. That was just me exaggerating. I thought Tanjiro needed Giyu's help to activate it. No, that was later. He needs help to activate it later because Muzan straight up blows off his arm. So Tanjiro's trying to activate it with one hand. So then Giyu needs to, because they both have one hand, so they're both just contributing to it. So that also supports that Giyu can do it by himself, because Tanjiro is weaker than Giyu. And Giyu is weakened here, so like a full power Giyu should be able to activate the red blade by himself. Kashimo does take every point besides stamina, maybe? That's crazy. But against who? Against who? Am I disconnected? I don't think I'm disconnected. I think people can hear me. Okay. So that was the one thing that I think, like the main thing I got wrong for the video, which is that Giyu can just win normally. Like Giyu is just gonna be able to win no matter what. Why do you hate my goat Kashimo so much? He's just really overrated. He's just really overrated. His fans suck. I don't like his fans. I don't like his character either. Demons don't share information like seeing through their eyes. Muzan is the one who informs his demon. Yeah, I agree with this, but Kokushibo did just know that Akaza killed himself, so he clearly somehow knew the events of the fight. What's it called? Eli and Blurry, why are y'all always arguing or beefing? Yeah, they're always going at it. Giyu only sliced him seriously right after getting the mark, and one time where they both hit each other. No other time after. They go blow for a while, but then Akaza's attack speed increases again when he uses chaotic afterglow, which means he wasn't going full power the entire time. And yeah, Giyu blocked some, but it doesn't really matter since they are close in power. It's also likely Giyu barely got weaker due to stamina loss. Tanjiro only says they can't fight too long because they have to get to Muzan, which is true. Not to mention a more fatigued Giyu fought longer against Muzan. So him being weaker from stamina loss against Akaza doesn't make sense. So in conclusion, Akaza is still a little stronger and would overwhelm Giyu with Afterglow immediately. This part, him overwhelming Giyu with Afterglow immediately is just contradicted by what happens in the series itself. Like let me pull this shit up. Pop-up ads is crazy. Pull this shit up. Like people, like he's saying that Giyu isn't weakened. I'm saying like that doesn't make sense at all. Like they do clearly get weakened throughout the Muzan fight. Due to poison and due to just like fighting for a while. And I already explained that Giyu is so fatigued to the point where he's like incapable of reacting to like a basic Akaza punch. Like he's about to get like killed right here. And he says that Giyu's just gonna get overwhelmed by Afterglow immediately. That's just not true. Giyu just avoids most fatal blows from Afterglow with a broken sword. And he's weakened. And the commenter said that Akaza was holding back. The speed of his attacks is increasing again. His power is increasing. I don't think this proves anything. I think this can just mean that Chaotic Afterglow is stronger than his normal attacks. I don't see why this means that, what's it called? He's stronger. Like, what's it called? He was holding back against Giyu. I don't think anything proves that. He said that Giyu only hit him in the neck twice. We only see him do it twice, but that's because the focus isn't on the fight for the most part. We only get to see a little bit of the fight. Like, Giyu hits him here. You can't say that Akaza is off guarded by his speed because Akaza reacts right here. So if he's reacting to his speed right here, he's clearly already adjusted to his speed. And then he does it when the fight goes back to focusing on it. He hits him here. So the argument isn't that Giyu is gonna be able to go for neck shots like a lot of times. The argument is that Giyu is gonna cut off one or two limbs because he just does that. He has the speed to do that and the power to do that. And Akaza lets his limbs get sliced off a lot. So if he does that with the red blade, Akaza's gonna, what's it called? Like, they're already relative when Akaza has two limbs. So if Akaza gets two of his limbs cut off, Giyu's gonna have an opening to go for his neck unguarded. Like, Akaza's gonna have a big disadvantage for like a couple seconds. And these guys are fighting like at like what I think is massively faster than sound speeds. So a couple seconds without limbs is really detrimental. Let me see. The Infinity Castle happened 7 months after the Mugen Train. Don't you think Akaza is just that much stronger? I don't think Akaza gets that much stronger over the series at all. Nothing proves it. Nothing really proves Akaza gets that much stronger over the course of the series. Because he blatantly caps his potential, or like caps his growth by not eating women, which is the main form of growth for demons. He only eats men. Pause. Let me look at this. Honestly, and he also concedes that he did get weaker. He said not to mention a more fatigued Giyu, so he's already conceding that Giyu is fatigued. Fought longer against Muzan, so him being weaker from stamina loss against Akaza doesn't make sense. That nothing he said here correlates to the conclusion that Giyu isn't getting actively weakened. Honestly, definitely not. Even with Giyu's strongest attacks, Akaza could counter equally and even go beyond that with his Afterglow. Even without that, he can just stamina drain Giyu, and I don't see how Giyu could ever overwhelm Akaza to the point where he could behead him with the red blade. Well, I did already explain this, and I explained it in the stream already, but he cuts off one or two limbs, or he even cuts off a leg. That's going to be a bigger detriment, and Akaza is going to be off guarded because he's not regenerating as fast as he normally can. And then he just goes for his head. This is a really well-made video. Oh, I already responded to this already. He's basically saying that the only way to let me see, let me check real quick. Okay. He's basically saying that the only way to counter Akaza is through selfless state, and he's saying that's the message the author's sending. I said that isn't the message the author's stating. The author's saying that selfless state was the only way to counter it in that moment, because they didn't know that they could activate the red blade. That's only something that's found out later through Muichiro. Tanjiro does know the red blade exists because Nezuko was able to activate it for him, but he doesn't know like he can get it through grip strength. So that's not an option for them. Akaza is overrated and gets no diffed by base Gyomei. Yeah, W. I think Akaza is way slower and weaker than base Gyomei. I think that was all the comments. They weren't really like wildin' that much. He didn't specifically say Muichiro Blade was potent. He said it means it looks the same as Yurichi. Yeah, that's what I said. He lost potency. He lost because of his blood potency, not because he gave up. He might know that I said that in the video. So yeah. What's that called? I mean, that's pretty much all the comments I've gotten so far on the Giyu Akaza video that are really relevant. I mean, I can just like refresh and check again. Newest. All right, so yeah, these are all the combo. Yeah, I already agree with this. Loki, do more of these. Very enjoyable. Okay, Drews. Okay, so now that I'm done with Akaza versus Giyu, we can actually get into I'll just make a poll for this. Who wins? Jogo and Mahito. I'll just make this a poll. I'm gonna just see what everyone in chat is thinking about this matchup. Okay. Hold on a sec. Bro, why is my chat lagging on YouTube? Let me refresh my stream. All right, I'm gonna just check this shit. Okay, so most people are saying Mahito wins. I'm not gonna get into all of the aspects of this debate, but there is one really important thing that people need to consider. I'm gonna just pull this up so I don't get pop-up ads. There's one thing that people need to consider when talking about this. It's that let me pull it up. So it's when Jogo revives Sukuna. Let me see if I can get it. Okay. One thing people need to understand about this matchup is that where is it? It's right here. Even if Sukuna's reverse curse technique can heal others, Mahito's idle transfiguration technique isn't something that can be fixed. He's basically conceding here that he can't heal damage from idle transfiguration, which makes sense. Reverse curse techniques reverts your body back to its default setting. Mahito changes your default setting. That's why Toto can't regenerate his arm. Mahito manipulated his soul to where he doesn't have an arm. So Jogo isn't going to be able to heal from idle transfigurations, and that's like really important. I'll end the poll. Looks like everyone responded to this shit. So this is where you are. Mahito mid to high diffs. Jogo Glaze is 100% deserved. You're right. I just hope it's not one-sided like the last. What do you mean? Dolores, you realize that a mod should ban spammers for life without second chances, right? Mahito doesn't deserve fraction of at all respect. Jogo does. Who respects Mahito? I don't think anyone respects Mahito. I'm gonna just look at chat through here. It's not lagging here. Atto, Zenitsu's first form is lightning speed and Daki can dodge it. How is the verse capped at massively hypersonic? No, I don't cap the verse at massively hypersonic. Y'all, who wins 3 dragons or Mahito? What dragons? Bro, make an Akaza Glaze vid after all the disrespect. I didn't disrespect Akaza. Also, an Akaza Glaze video is just kind of hard to do. Like everything, like I can glaze Akaza for. He's just like Like I could make that, but like it's not really interesting. I have come to speak the truth. Mahito beats. Okay, I thought this matchup was like a lot more conclusive. I thought people agreed more on this. Seems like people are very like split on who wins this matchup. So I definitely think that this will be interesting because I have the outcome decided already, and I've made a couple edits on it. My take has changed in some regards, but I have my opinion already set on this. I'm just gonna have to actually like draft this down. I could actually, I guess I could like dedicate a stream to scripting the video. But actually, I don't know if I'd do that. If I did make a stream to script the video, I would probably unlist it afterwards so that people can't just go back to it. Mahito and Loki keep up with EOS, JJK, UG, and that should tell everything? Huh? I don't know how you'd prove that. The Akaza fight was one-sided. It wasn't. No, it was very pitched. Very pitched. Atto base Muichiro perceived the entire 1v1 between Sanemi and Kokushibo. Do you really think Akaza is a perception blitz tier below holding back Kokushibo? Did he? I don't think there's anything to suggest that. Also, he wasn't in base, he was marked. Let me see. I don't think there's anything to prove that he perceived the fight. Like Muichiro blatantly, let me pull it up. He blatantly can't perceive Kokushibo's sword swings. He didn't even okay, so Kokushibo cuts his arm off here, and you may be asking, okay, why is that a perception blitz? And it's a perception blitz because Muichiro is surprised by the way his blade, he's surprised by him drawing his blade and the way his blade looks. Sanemi's the one saying this, but it's implied that he's surprised about the way his blade looks. Otherwise, why does this shit matter? Because he's Kokushibo's already drawn his blade. It's surprising because he didn't get a good look at it. He isn't able to perceive Kokushibo's movements. Nothing proves that. New comments. Okay. Where do you scale your Ichi speed again? Sub-relativistic, bare minimum. Because he can just perception blitz characters that are massively hypersonic. There's no realm where that character is massively hypersonic plus. Can we consider the fact in the Mechamaru fight, Mahito... Can we consider the fact in the Mechamaru fight, Mahito is implied to die if he was completely disintegrated, and considering Jogo's kit is mostly destruction-based, that could be a win con? Okay, so a win con that Jogo has, which this is also something that people need to be aware of. This is for the Jogo fans. This is some good art. This is some good stock for Jogo fans. Let me pull this up. Pull this up for Jogo fans. So here, he shoots the 1-year charge at Mahito, and then Mahito gets burnt, and then he says, "Is he planning to run my cursed energy out by burning me?" So this implies that him healing burn damage takes up more of his cursed energy than healing normally. So this is a good way to drain Mahito for Jogo. But another thing that Jogo does have in his toolkit is he does have domain amplification. He has domain amplification, so he's going to be able to counter the fact that Mahito, he's going to be able to turn off Mahito's curse technique whenever he hits him. So Mahito's not going to be able to what's it called? Reshape his body around his soul whenever Jogo hits him. So that's also good for him. The thing about that though is that it's kind of hard to scale Jogo's physical punches because Jogo doesn't really physically hit people. He never really physically hits people, so there's not really anything to prove. There's not really anything to prove that Jogo is going to be able to beat Mahito up in hand to hand because his hand to hand is like unquantifiable. Do you scale Jogo above Choso? I scale Jogo above Choso by a lot. Do you think a full power Doma could beat a full power Gyoma? He can, but like I don't like that's a matchup for like its whole like a whole other video. If Mahito transfigures someone, can he revert them back to normal or is it permanent? I mean, yeah, seemingly like he has access to like he can shape their soul to whatever he wants, so he can probably just turn it back if he wanted to. He could just shape it back to whatever he wants. Do you scale Mahito over Choso? I scale Mahito over Choso. Who wins, Dagon or Hanami? I think Dagon wins. Like high diff. Where do you scale pain? I don't know. Like island to country with the strongest attacks, and like maybe continental with Chibaku Tensei, and like sub relativistic because of Kieran shit. Curse now he slams Mahito. He loses a domain clash, so there's no way he'd be able to win. Do you scale Toji to EOS Yuji? Yeah. Wait, can you share your disaster curse ranking, please, Otto? I'm not gonna share my disaster curse ranking now because I'm making a Jogo versus Mahito video. Jogo over Muzan. Muzan slams Jogo horribly. Dear God, that's a horrible matchup. Let's pull this shit up. Do you think Mahito wins against Ryu by outhacks or no due to domain clash? Probably. I don't think Ryu has a win con. I used to think that Ryu could maybe attack his soul, but I think those arguments kind of suck now. Oh, hey, Leonis. Still impressed by your insane glow up? Yeah, thank you. You've known me since like I had like 200, 300 subs. This is assuming they would. Oh, you've known me since like my channel started. Yeah. Do you think Yorozu is overrated? By some people. I don't think a lot of people overrate her though. Who wins, Kid Yuji? Kid Yuji or Prime Muzan? Prime Muzan annihilates Kid Yuji. What? Why don't you chain scale a Demon Slayer Auto character that Perception Blitz massively hypersonic characters, obviously subrail, and characters that Perception Blitz subrail characters are obviously rel to light speed. Perception blitzing a subrail character doesn't necessitate that you're light speed or like even high into relativistic. You could like sub relativistic is 1% the speed of light to like 10%. If you perception blitz a subrail character, that means you're perception blitzing someone that's like 1% the speed of light, and the gap between perception blitz is like 5 to 10, so you can still be sub relativistic by perception blitzing like someone that's 1% the speed of light. Who would win, Aizen or Zeref? I don't know Fairy Tail scaling a lot. I made Ichigo versus Zeref. I said Ichigo wins, so I'll just say Aizen wins. Where do you scale EOS Jogo to Jogo and Mahito? Like, if he wins, what do... I swear, bro, I feel like you're trying to get the answer to Jogo versus Mahito out of me. If the breathing VFX are not actually there, then how was Gyoko unable to see in Muishiro's mist? Okay, so that's a misconception. The I don't know where the panel is. I'll just search it up. Hold on. Breathing styles. Let me just search up the panel on Google. I don't know where it is. Breathing styles are fake. Okay. Yeah, this is just a misconception. Hold on. Yeah, okay, right here. So the effects themselves, like the elements are fake. The effects are real. Like swordsmen don't actually unleash water attacks. People who see this just think they see and feel it. So Muichiro's mist effects are actually real. Like you think you're seeing mist, but there's no actual mist there. They also explain how seventh form works. Like, let me pull it up. Yeah, it's okay. This is the chapter. So they explain it like right here. This technique uses wildly fluctuating speed to confuse one's opponent. When you show yourself, okay, so Muichiro essentially moves like really slow, and then he rapidly adjusts like the speed of his movement. So he's essentially perception blitzing Gyoko. Its top speed is even faster than Gyoko, who is the upper 5 ranked demon. That's why it doesn't work on Kokushibo. Because like what's it called? They don't explain why, but I'd say it's likely because Kokushibo has the see-through world. He's able to see Muichiro's movements in slow motion, so he kind of just counters with that. So, do you think Maki can beat all of the disaster curses, Shibuya? Yeah, I think Maki solos all of the disaster curses all at once. She just hard counters all of them. The only one that can keep up is like Jogo. What's your take on JJK speed? People rate Demon Slayer higher, but Hakari dodging lightning or Sukuna reacting to EM wave scales JJK pretty high. Do you agree? I don't agree with any of that shit. If there weren't any Mach 3 statements in JJK, where would you scale the speed? I said that in my Naoya video. I scaled Naoya to like Mach to like the tens of times faster than sound, to like maybe like 200 times faster than sound. Yakon said going over Maki. I'm crying. Eli, I promise you, like that dude is like stupid, but like you're not any better. You're a moron. But then why can Rengoku block air type with flame breathing? That's a good question. Like some of the shit just doesn't make sense. Like, right, where is it? Right here. Like Rengoku does just block air type with his breathing. The thing is that the anime makes it look really weird. Like Rengoku swings once and the air type is blocked. In the manga, you can probably just interpret it as like he's actually at like hitting all of the air attacks individually, like in like a swirl. And then the effects just like follow his movements. So it looks like it's blocking with it, but it's actually Rengoku like swatting them away. But he's not actually blocking it with fire. Wait, who did Otto just call a moron? I said Eli's a moron. Also, I'm 10 times better take-wise than him. No, you're not. No, you're not. At least that dude scales Demon Slayer relatively highly. You don't. He whipped the air so fast that it disrupted the airwaves coming at him at high speed. Where do you scale Yuji's grandpa? He's below me. Who has better blood manipulation, Choso or Muzan? Choso has better like blood manipulation than Muzan. I think Muzan's poison is way better than Choso's. Like Muzan's poison is like so deadly that like all the Hashiras can like slow down poison normally. Like Muichiro can slow down poison with his breathing, but like it immediately like takes Tanjiro out of the fight. I agree Eli has better takes than Atto, to be honest. Okay, that's crazy. That actually deserves a timeout. What the hell? What the hell? You can't say that shit around here. Eli has better takes than me. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Who wins, Doflamingo or Pain? I said Pain wins. I'd probably still say Pain wins. Do you think you could take pre-awakened Maki? I think I'd handle full power Maki with ease. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'm gonna need to know what you mean by that. Even Choso above Koku is a glorious take. Says who? Who do you got between Charles and Reggie? Charles sucks. Reggie slams him. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm gonna need you to elaborate. Otto, who wins? Andrew Garfield Spider-Man versus One Finger Sukuna. I'd probably say that's a good question. These like live action Spider-Man are like kind of weak. I'd probably say Andrew Garfield Spider-Man though. Where do you scale adult Gon and attack potency? He scales to Meruem, so he's like probably mountain level. Kokushibo over JJK over Demon Slayer. Learn it, Eli boy. That's crazy. Yurichi with Doma Blood Demon Art versus Gojo. Doma's Blood Demon Art isn't really doing anything for Yurichi besides the cloning, but he's still not going to be able to hit him unless Gojo breathes in the ice breath. But he can just heal it. So how is Spider-Man reacting to Electro-Man? I don't know Spider-Man scaling, bro. I don't know like cross versus MCU scaling. I truly don't. I don't really care to either. Could Muzan solo the rumbling? Does do the Titans have poison resistance? Does like Eren have poison resistance? Because if not, like also Muzan like outclasses Eren in like speed and power, like AP. That probably sounds crazy because like Eren's like big as shit, but he just does. He might just cut his head off. Who's stronger, Awakened DKT or Yurichi? I changed my take. I think Yuri. Oh, like if like what did the Akaza fans do this time? They didn't do too much. It was just for titling the stream purposes. You can just go to the start of the stream if you want to know what like I thought of the comments. Do more Hunter Hunter inverse, please. Okay, just because Eli said that, Zed, don't do that. Don't make any more Hunter Hunter inverse. Just because Eli wants it. MCU scaling is so ass. Yeah, I agree. Does Yurichi have enough AP to behead Sukuna with one swing? Hell no. Hell no. Okay, I will say this though. Yurichi with the Soul Split Katana. Yurichi with the Soul Split Katana solo Sukuna. Yurichi speed blitzes Sukuna and one shots with the Soul Split Katana. I don't care that Sukuna can heal his soul. The Soul Split Katana bypasses durability, so he just cuts his head off. Literally bypasses durability and can attack the soul. It's both. So the Soul Split Katana bypasses Sukuna's durability, and Yurichi just cuts his head off. Do you think Nakame is a baddie? Dark doesn't think so. That's crazy. The question is crazy. I don't think Nakame is a baddie. That's not crazy, my answer. What do you think about Naya casually perception blitzing calling game Yuji, but Yuta not being able to do it? Thing about that is that you can probably just argue that Naya is only doing it because his technique is like very like disorientating. Because Yuji, let me pull up the chapter. It's chapter 139, I think. Yeah, it's 139. Okay. So Naya like runs up on Yuji, does all this blitzing shit, does all that blitzing shit. Like Yuji says he's really fast, but something's weird. It's probably a curse technique. So it's like this, like Nanami also says this. It's like a disorientating factor. And I think that Yuta actually does scale to Naya in speed because like what's it called? Right here. Okay, so notice that Naya is closer to Yuji and Choso than Yuta. Yuta's starting at a further distance right here. And then we see that Naya and Yuta all start moving at the same time. Yuta is able to reach the same spot as Naya in like the same time, despite the fact that Yuta started from a further distance. So this would mean that Yuta does scale higher, like in dash speed, than like an unstacked Naya, which doesn't make sense because what's it called? Naya supposedly perception blitzed Yuji, but you can just probably explain that through the disorientating factor. Well, Naya stopped at Choso, so you know. I don't know how you justify that. It seems like it's all one movement. Seems like it's all just like one movement. And regardless, like if we do assume Naoya like is like perception, like the argument would entail that Naoya is so much faster than Yuta that he'd be able to like do this movement. Like Naoya's like is literally still moving, bro. Like Naoya should have already been done with this movement if he was that much faster than Yuta. It just doesn't make sense. What makes you think Naoya was going all out? I'm not saying Naoya is going all out. I don't think Naoya is going all out at all. My thing is that he's also not going all out. He's also not going all out in this instance. This is like hyper casual Naoya as well. Like when he does this shit, like he's also holding back here. My thing is that like unless you're about to say Naoya is massively holding back compared to before, which doesn't make any sense, then yeah, Naoya isn't massively gapping Yuta in speed, at least like unstacked. I think Naoya is faster than Yuta when fully stacked, but I don't think it's to that much of a degree. It kind of makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, it's just shit's weird. Like it like realistically, Naoya shouldn't be that much faster than Yuta, but like you can also probably just say Yuta's holding back on Yuji if you wanted to say that. I know people say that he isn't because he says he's fast. I expected to take him out in my initial rush. I don't know why people say that this means he was going all out because he expected to kill Yuji. Like that doesn't prove that he was going all out. That just means he expected Yuji to die to his rush. So you can probably argue that Yuta was just holding back on Yuji as well. But obviously probably not to the same degree as Naoya. I mean, either way, I think Naoya is faster than Yuta at top speed, so I don't think this really matters. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night, chat. Yeah, good night, Della. Who do you got, Yuta or Maki? I think Yuta is. You think Yuta's better, like in almost everything. You should do another series. Definitely not. Depending on the monetization thing, like I might like have to like delete all of my my edits, and then I'm gonna have to like. I mean, if I delete all my edits, I'm still gonna be uploading like with edits, but it's like all the old shit will just be gone. So like starting a series just doesn't make any sense. Is the timing on my questions like as he that he did always look at the manga for like 5 minutes and my shit gets left behind? What do you mean? Let me see what you asked. Random cluster. Yo, Otto, composite Yuta, JJK0, EOS Gojo's body works like an activation for 5-minute Rika mode in this hypothetical versus. Okay, let me read that shit again. JJK0, end of series, Gojo's body works like an activation for 5 minutes Rika mode. Okay, I'm assuming you're saying that Yuta, he has like okay, so he has JJK0 Rika, so he like has unconditional copying. He has Gojo's body, and he has Rika. Okay, so I still think Sukuna beats him. I think the stack gap is just too big for you to do anything regardless. How about Hanami? What? I think Maki physically outstats slightly, but sky manipulation just hard counters. It's not. I don't think Yuta's gonna win with sky manipulation because like he doesn't really like spam that shit. I think realistically, I think since it's a 2v1, I think realistically, if you think they're relative in speed, Rika just grabs Maki, like just like how she did to Sukuna. Like how she did to Sukuna. So what's it called? Yuta can probably just disarm Maki. Hanami is lit a dude, bro. That's crazy. Yurichi versus end of series Tanjiro equal stats. That's just not even like a debate, bro. Hold on. Pull this shit up. Like equal stats, it doesn't make anything better for Tanjiro. Like right here. Tanjiro says just pretty blatantly that Yurichi's more skilled than him. just kind of clear. Like even equal stats, Yurichi outclasses him in breathing mastery, so he just wins. Otto, where do you scale Sukuna's durability and Yurichi's AP? I scale Sukuna's durability like city to mountain, and Yurichi's AP at like large town. Yurichi talent maxes, yeah. Jackpot Hikari versus Doma. I think I've made an edit on that too. I said Doma wins. I made an edit on like most JJK Demon Slayer matchups. I want to make a bunch of JJK versus Demon Slayer long form videos though. Do you still think US Mark beats Thrag even after Ryan Utley stated no one is stronger than Thrag? I don't think that statement directly proves it. I'd probably say Thrag wins now, not because of that statement, but because Kirkman did say that he thinks the main character being the strongest at the end of the series is like bad writing. So I think he's not intended to be the strongest. So I'd say Thrag probably is still the strongest. Could Jogo beat Mahito via domain as it upscales from Max Meteor? I guess we'll see in the new video. Who is more talented, Dabura or Yurichi? I think someone asked that in another stream. It could go either way. Like Dabura shit is probably harder to learn, but Yurichi learns his. Actually, I don't know. Yurichi, like, was born with every single power up in the verse at birth, and he's also able to learn shit really like quickly, like Dabura. Like he learned sword fighting like the moment he picked up a sword, which like Dabura also learned RCT and domain expansion in one fight, so that's also crazy. Gyutar's final explosion is calculated at town level AP on the VS Battle Wiki. Yurichi's way higher than large town. No, I don't think y'all understand the gap between like large town is like a really wide gap. Like in order to be city like small city level from Gyutaro's calc is like 7 kilotons. In order to be small city level, you have to be 1,000 kilotons. So you have to be like over 100 times stronger than that attack, which I think is kind of hard to prove. But let me see what people did they finalize that shit? I know they were trying to like remove the anime shit. So I'll just check if they still have that shit. Let me check. Oh, they don't have the calc on the freaking wiki for some reason, which I think is stupid. Let me. Oh, they do. Never mind. Okay, let me see. Okay, so they changed his profile. They used to have the anime calc at large town. I think they're removing all the anime stuff, so now they're just using this manga calc, like right here. So they use this one, which is 7 kilotons. So that's town level. So yeah, Yurichi would have to be over 100 times stronger in order to be like small city level from like that calc, which I think is hard to prove. But you can maybe multiplier stack it if you're like generous with the mark. I think Jogo massively outspeeds and outscales Mahito, but Mahito's hacks is too broken. I won't spoil the video like the outcome, but I definitely think that's what the general consensus for me is. Like Mahito is slower and has worse output than Jogo, but his hacks can maybe make it up. Wait, VSBW is on crack because 7 kilotons is small town level. Hold on, let me check that shit. VSVW tiering system. Let me check that shit. I'll just check that shit real quick. They don't say the values. Hold on. How many kilotons? How many kilotons is small town level on VSVW? Oh, trick. No, that's wrong. It's this is 5.8 kilotons is the highest for small town level. The calc has 6.6 or something. So that's incorrect. Let me look at this shit. Do VSBW still have Shinobu over Sukuna? I hope not. That's still funny. But oh wait, there's people are still talking. Oh, interesting. I thought town level started at 10 kilotons. No, they just chose a random ass value. Shinobu versus Muzan in terms of IQ. Shinobu's definitely smarter than Muzan. What do you think of the mark being a 10 times amp? I think that's inconsistent with the series. So I think it's probably like several times, like 2 to 5 times. I think that's where I'd say it scales off of. Where do you scale Bleach? I personally find the low complex multiversal scale is very inconsistent. I think uni to low multi should be fine. I think uni to low multi is like a fine placement. I think the complex shit is like, I think you can argue it. Do you have Muzan over Hikari? Yeah, I think Muzan slams Hikari. Like what does Hikari do? Like, okay, I don't like starting characters with like their like unrealistic like amps at the start of the fight. Like I don't like starting Tengen with like a musical score technique at the start of a fight. Like Hikari starting in Jackpot is just stupid. Like he has to use his domain for that shit. So I don't see any realm where Hikari's even going to be able to get Jackpot against Muzan. Muzan versus Maharaga is a good debate idea. Not at all. Unironically, my screen's still sharing. Okay, so the only way Muzan would be able to like kill Maharaga would be like, I guess if we said that he can like, where is it at? He can like use this tailed beast bomb. And he can like kill Maharaga with that. But like the thing is that shit is also not that big. It's like not that big at all. I guess if you wanted to be hyper generous to Muzan, you could say that Demon King Tundra right now is like really ass and weak. So you can maybe say he can like expand it if he wanted to, but like I don't know, bro. I don't know why he popped this out, but he never did it like earlier. Muzan doesn't have the DC. Yeah, he doesn't have the DC. The thing is that, doesn't Maharaga have better regeneration too? Yeah, his regeneration is insane. I think Maharaga's durability sucks. Like I think Muzan can definitely damage Maharaga. The thing is that, what's it called? Like, okay, I think base Maharaga's durability sucks, to clarify. So if Muzan had the DC, he could maybe win that way, but he doesn't have the DC to kill Maharaga. Weaponless Yurichi versus Hikari. What does Yurichi do? I don't think he's gonna beat Hikari with punches, bro. Maharaga regenerated from being a bloody mist. No, he did do that in the anime, but if you don't want to use anime, he doesn't. You don't even need that. Like, pull this shit up. It's chapter 19. He regenerates from like this shit. And he's just completely fine the next panel. Okay. Yeah, Muzan doesn't have a way to kill Maharaga unless you say he can like make a bigger version of that like tailed beast bomb. Who wins, Enmu or Daki? Upper 6 beats lower moon 1. Who wins, Yurichi or Alabasta Crocodile? Yurichi can't damage him. Yurichi has no haki. Yurichi has no haki to damage Crocodile. If we say his like sword is like a sea stone sword, then like maybe you got an argument. That's it. Have you changed your take for Shinjuku Yuji versus Tanjiro? Or is it pretty much it's the same? Throws water on. I do think Yurichi's faster and like has higher AP than like. Actually, I don't even know about that. I think Crocodile has higher AP, but it doesn't scale to his durability. Who? Oh my god, bro! Stop spam. You know what? Screw you. Keep spamming. You know what? You know what? Just because I wasn't really reading your questions, because like what's it called? Your questions are normally kind of boring, but like this is actually an interesting question. Spider-Man versus Nalia. Um, I'd say Spider-Man got that. Muzan can't affect base Maharaga in any way. If you're saying like he can't damage him, I disagree with that. Alabaster Crocodile is city to large town massively. Yeah, he's slower than Yurichi definitely, but like he might outstat in durability. So even if we give Yurichi like a sea stone sword, I don't think that would like give him a win. Yurichi versus Zoro equal stats. The guy with actual abilities versus the guy who can breathe well. Let's say that. What's your explanation / defense for Glazers who say that KNY top tiers can't hurt Mahito due to slow damage? They're right in a sense that they can't hit Mahito's soul. My thing is that like Mahito's so slow. Like he's so slow that like if they realistically, if they see Mahito trying to like put hand signs together, like even if they don't know what a domain expansion is, I don't see why they would like let him do that. So I don't see why he'd be able to pop a domain. Like, let's say you put Yurichi against Mahito. Like, Mahito's so much slower than him that I don't think Yurichi is gonna let him put his hands together for that shit. I genuinely think Maharaga post adaptation can beat lower and upper moons at the same time. I think Maharaga pre adaptation solos all the upper moons. They don't have a win con. What's your Sonic scaling knowledge? Very little. I could take Shinobu? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's Astro. Astro, I swear to God, when is that video coming out? When is Yurichi versus Shibuya? I need to see that video. I need that video. Also, you haven't even finalized your thumbnail. Saturday. Good boy. Oh, I can actually show. Oh yeah, I can show comments on Streamlabs. Yeah, I can show comments. Yeah, I'll do that shit. Yeah, it gives me more yeah, I'll do that. Okay. How far does Sukuna get against all of the Akatsuki? Not very far, to be honest. Like he's slower than all of them. Because Hedon is the slowest member of the Akatsuki, and he's like sub-relativistic calcs. Hedon's like city level, like maybe mountain level too. Yeah, probably mountain level, honestly. So I honestly don't see Sukuna beating any of them. Datara versus Kashimo. You said Kashimo up. You said Kashimo up badly. Kashimo gets no diffed. Like Datara is one of the members that can beat Maharaga. I'd say Ryu still wins. It's probably like mid to high diff. You're wrong. Yurichi without his legs, selfless state versus Miwa. Legs, hands, selfless state, eyes. What? Okay, bro. Fine. We'll give Miwa the win. If you could have one technique from JJK, which one would it be? Mine would definitely be adaptation. Give me reverse curse technique. That's a technique. Haha. I already clicked on that one. Couldn't Sasori be scaled to country level with his statement? Same with Orochimaru. He could be. He could be. It might be over time destruction though. Who do you hate more, Kashima or Megumi? I think Megumi is good. Like for like what's it called? Like Megumi was cool in the seasons we had him. Like I actually liked him. But like they Gege cooked him, bro. How do you think adult Gon goes in Sendai and Yuta's place? Assume Drew gets slimed. Okay, adult. Oh, why did I read that as adult Gon? It's adult Ghetto. Okay, Ghetto absorbs Kururushi. Honestly, that might be his way of beating Uro. He just uses Kururushi. And then he loses to Ryu though. Where do you think Akito scales inverse in terms of just physical stats? Very highly. I know she's weaker than like Maharaga Gojo, but she's somewhat keeping up. So she's and those characters are like really fast compared to the heavy hitters. RCT isn't a technique, you dummy. Reverse curse technique isn't a technique. Shaq, he didn't say curse technique. He said technique. Lock in, twin. Agito is actually so underrated, under talked about. Okay, I'm actually making Agito versus Grade 1 Sorcerer's video after Kururushi. Can the anti-Kokushibo squad do well against the Sendai colony if they replace Yuta? I think they win against the Sendai colony if they replace Yuta. Like I think Genya's bullets can pierce all of them. And they just like kind of immobilize them. How strong would oh wait. Everyone spam this like what Shaq said. Reverse curse don't say RCT. Say reverse curse technique isn't a technique in quotation marks. Everyone say that shit. Chainsaw Man is planetary. Well, okay, wait. Chainsaw Man is planetary. What do you say to this take? I disagree with that shit. Do you think Cosmic Armor Superman slams all mainstream anime? Probably not all of them. Most of them, though. Shinobu's sword probably breaks on Maki's skin. I'm lying. I don't think she will have the mental amp against most people, so I don't think she'll have the AP to pierce Doma's neck normally. So probably Maki. Why would I have Aang at high universal? Do you think that a long-form explanation of all Yuji's versions versus all Tanjiro's versions would be a good video idea for your channel? You read my mind perfectly. That's actually going to be a video I'm definitely going to make in the future. Definitely not this year though. If I do make it, which I definitely will, it'll be next year when the Demon Slayer and JJK hype is back because of the movie. So yeah, that's definitely going to be something that I make. Does Zoro slam Big Mom? Not right now. Masamune from Beyblade. Masamune one-shots Kashimo. Do we got any Miwa Mountain Reppers here? If they do, we're going to ban them all. Some dude really said Longsword Kokushibo is stronger than all 9 Hashira combined. Omega. That's true. I don't see any world where all the Hashira are able to beat Kokushibo. Okay, let's just think about this realistically. Tengen, Mitsuri, Shinobu, and Rengoku are all getting one shot. Obanai and Gyu, they get cooked too. And then Muichiro Sanemi and Gyomei lose without Genya's help. So I don't see I don't think the Hashira beat Kokushibo. As a group, how far do Hanami, Jogo, Mahito, and Choso get through JJK? They lose to Maki, guaranteed. They might stop earlier though. Who do you think is a better, strongest, Yurichi or Gojo? I think Yurichi's a way better, not a way better. I think he's a better, strongest than Gojo though. How much is Longsword Koku packing is the real question. Because does he call it Longsword? Because does he call it Longsword, and also makes it long? Like, what the hell are you saying? Oh shit! I can put people in timeout on StreamYard. I won't do that to you though. Longsword Koku got much slower just from Muichiro getting added into the fight due to divided attention. The Hashers got this. Even the anti-Muzan squad got this. What? Where are you getting that he got much slower? That's never stated. If you were in Kaigaku's position against Kokushibo, what would you do? I'm probably letting him kill me. I would never work for Muzan. Like, if Muzan was a better boss, I might I might consider it. Dinosaurus. Oh, comic Dinosaurus versus Kaido. I think Kaido beats Dinosaurus. Otto, it's about time we run Mahito over Kashima. Okay, I'll do that. Murillo. But you're gonna have to make a Mahito over CT Kashima edit first before I do that shit. Obanai versus Dagon. Dagon is gonna get speed blitzed and get his head cut off, and then he's gonna try to regenerate, and then Obanai's just gonna cut his body to bits. Oh my god, Astro, I am so sorry. I am not done with Blue Box yet. I still haven't finished it from episode 21. I am just procrastinating like shit. Okay, so this matchup depends on whether you think Kashima's gonna get his charge shot off before he before okay, this depends on whether you think Kashima's gonna get charge shot off before Ryu opens his domain, which I think is likely, so I think Kashima wins. Yes, bro, we're gonna be counting on speed blitzes for like basically superhuman swordsmen. Gerard versus Shinsui. I don't know how Shinsui would kill him. Sasori versus Maharaga. Does Sasori have massive AoE attacks? I don't know. So I don't think he does. I don't think he has any move that would like disintegrate Maharaga's body. Okay, Maharaga all versions versus Yuta. Okay, so base Maharaga, like no adaptations. He's okay. So Maharaga, Yuta has a chance. Like he might have the power with like Jacob's Ladder or like a big Rika Blast to like one shot Maharaga. Because oh wait, what am I saying? Jacob's Ladder turns Maharaga off. Jacob's Ladder just turns Maharaga off because Maharaga is a part of a curse technique. So he just dismisses Maharaga that way. And what's it called? Any other Maharaga though is just speed blitzing Yuta. Disagree with your take. You suppose all Hashira will just be standing together and waiting for Koko's attack. Shinobu's poison with red blades and all their stuff will deal with Kokushibo. I'm not saying, oh my god, I'm not saying the Hashira will just stand together and wait for Kokushibo to attack. I'm saying most of them are way slower than Kokushibo, so Kokushibo's gonna get the offense off first. I don't think Shinobu's fast enough to hit Kokushibo. Plus, it's not like Kokushibo's just stationary. He can dodge. Plus, he has a see-through world, so he's going to see like most of their movements in slow motion. The slower ones, specifically. Konan versus Rize. Konan's able to like massively damage Obito, so I'd say that she can just easily like stall out Rize's regeneration. Plus, Rize's way slower than her. Konan's way faster than like Hidan, who's sub-relativistic. Killua versus Yurichi. I had Killua winning. I've been rethinking it recently because like there's like light speed reaction shit for Killua. I think Yurichi can still win, but I don't know. Sanemi got from being massively cooked to easily dodging everything when Muichiro entered the fight. That's not because he got slower. That's because he's spreading out his attacks more. Plus, yeah, he's just spreading out his attacks more. It's not because Kokushibo got slower. My issue with that is that Muichiro is still getting like cooked, like a little bit by the attacks. Like he's still struggling to react to them. If Sanemi got closer, he's not gonna dodge those attacks without like help. So I still think Tengen, Shinobu, Mitsuri, and Rengoku are all getting cooked instantly. Plus, all three fighters in those fights are massively faster than like at least the bottom four Hashira in terms of reaction speed. What would happen if Maharaga got stabbed with the inverted Spear of Heaven? Since Maharaga is a part of a curse technique, he'd just be deactivated. Mahito versus Human Garo. Okay, so I think there are soul equivalents in One Punch Man. Like those do exist. So why did I read that as Mahito? I am going crazy. That's Muzan. Okay, Muzan Muzan is faster than Garo, and Garo is Garo is. I know it says Muzan. I'm tripping. So Muzan can poison him, and Garo can like resist poison to some extent, but Muzan's poison is probably above those poisons. So because Muzan, actually I don't think Muzan can even damage Garo, to be honest. It just depends on whether Garo can adapt to his speed before Muzan outlasts him, which I think might be true. So let me just take this off the screen. Okay, yeah. Datara versus Sasori. Okay, so Sasori stated stronger. End of story. It's not really a debate. Killua is like large town, massively hypersonic plus. In terms of like attack, like okay, so I've seen people say that he's like light speed or like relativistic because of the electricity. I'm not a Hunter x Hunter guy. I used to be really against that shit, but like that was mainly just because I'm gonna be honest, agenda purposes. I don't really have an opinion. I think he's at least large town level because of Yuppie's Rage Blast. That shit does seem pretty concrete. Second drug moves on over Kokushibo in speed. I disagree with that. I'm surprised Zed isn't defending Hunter x Hunter here. Oh, wrong question. If Jogo had better durability, assuming it's like Mahito or Hanami, who does he now beat? He'd definitely be way better. I just don't know how much that would contribute. Otto, what is the worst scaling you've ever seen out of any verse? God, that's a good question. I've seen a lot of really bad scaling over the years. I've seen Kakuzu over most of the Akatsuki people. I've seen people say Muzan beats Yurichi. I've seen people say JJK is like universal. I've seen people say that like Yamcha is outerversal. It's just a lot of bad shit. It's hard to pick one. Jogo with Sukuna level durability might be top. He would be top 10 if he has Sukuna level durability, obviously. How strong would Giyu beat if he got see-through world? I think if he got see-through world, he would be where people think he is. He would be a top 3 Hashira. He would probably be he would definitely be above Muichiro in my opinion. He might be above Sanemi too. I don't think he would be above Gyome though. Like a top 3 to 2 Hashira with this see-through world. But he doesn't have it, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh, that's not the worst stuff I've seen before. Giyu with Red Blade versus Akaza. Yapper, I wonder. I wonder. Do you think All For One is a fraud? He lost to All Might twice and lost to Endeavor and now Bakugo. That's 4 L's. Yeah, he's a canon fraud. That's like saying if Hantengu has Muzan's regeneration, he would be OP. Yeah, pretty much. That's bullshit. Shinobu sucks. Jiraiya versus Meruem. Okay, I think Pain is like he scales to Itachi. I think Itachi has like some sub-rel relativistic scaling through Kirin. So actually no, I don't know if Jiraiya scales to that. Probably still somewhat to it. So like he's at least sub-relativistic because of Hidan and like early Kakashi. So I think they're relative in AP. I don't know. No, wrong one. Yesterday there was a guy in the server saying Naoya was ego nerfed against Maki and that he had better battle IQ and refinement than Maki. Okay. I made a hot take in the community on how Yugi beats Kenjaku in a 1v1. If you had time to see it, would you? No. Why would I agree with that shit? Why didn't Muzan just make the 3 upper moons jump all the Hashira? Because he's an idiot. Or because of plot. Where do you scale Reinhardt? I saw G Scaling's video. He scaled him at like multi-continental to planetary, and his reasoning seemed pretty fine. So I'll just say that. I'm not really a ReZero scaler though. Like I like ReZero, but that's like the one verse where like I don't really care to scale it, even though I really like it. Also, Blue Lock, I don't really care to scale that. Okay, I think Muzan's battle intelligence is actually kind of underrated in some sense. Like, I think his battle IQ is okay. Like, let me pull it up. Like, people kind of like downplay him in that sense. Let me pull it up. Chapter 190. Like his no, it's earlier. Like his analysis here is pretty good. Like he knows there's like invisible fighters based on like these factors. It wasn't his iron sword, his sword can't cut like that. Like he's clearly analyzing what's going on within the fight. He knows the sword's jagged based on the cut, and then he's able to sense them based on the air parting. So like, oh, also this is just proof that Muzan would be able to fight cursed spirits regardless of whether or not he can't see them. Like I think he's pretty good. Muzan's battle IQ is better than his IQ. Yeah, I agree. They confidate his dumb IQ moment with his battle. They conflate. I can't read either. Yeah, I agree with that. People think his battle IQ is bad, but his battle IQ is pretty good. What is the best battle IQ feat you've seen? It's pretty hard for me to answer. Muzan is the dumbest person in all of Demon Slayer. You couldn't summon all your top 3 upper moons with you at the mission. I think that was just a moment of like overconfidence, because like realistically, what can Ubuyashiki realistically do to him? Like, yeah, he could have did that. Oh, I wonder. Yapper, you're a troll. Todoroki only using ice versus Doma. Todoroki. Todoroki probably just freezes Doma and he can't move. What's the most OP ability? Someone asked me that yesterday. I still don't have an answer to that. I put 2 hours in reading a manga. I put realistic facts on how Yuki beats Kenjaku. I wasted 2 hours, 30 minutes of my free time to debunk Kenny Glazers. This is the best hot take. Trust, bro. There is no good argument for Yuki beating Kenjaku. I'm sorry. I mean, I can probably read it at some point, but it's not valid. Tanjiro and Mitsuri dodging Muzan's attacks by luck and instinct seems like an inconsistency in plot armor to me. They're literally dodging something, a perception blitz above that. What? They literally explain it. They're dodging based on instinct. They can't follow him with their eyes, but they can like sense through like other senses, obviously. Like right here. Like Tanjiro can't follow Muzan with his eyes, but obviously he doesn't just have eyesight. He has smell. He has like other senses and shit. So you have a server? Yeah, I have a server. Which anime is going to be the best anime of 2026? ReZero or no? I'm gonna say it's either. Oh, let me take this comment off real quick. I'm gonna say it's either ReZero or JJK. Is Kashimo the biggest fraud in JJK while bums like Yuta and Megami actually exist? What? Yuta has like one loss in the series and it's to Sukuna. he soloed a colony of like actual like high tier grade 1s to special grades. He beat a special grade sorcerer. He made one of the strongest cursed spirits in the series, Rika, or the strongest. Like, what? In what world is Yuta a fraud? Kashimo is a fraud though. Like he told Sukuna he never knew weakness after he just lost to Hikari. Like that dude is definitely a fraud. He has no wins aside from actual randoms. He acts like he was like really strong because he was in an era full of actual bums. No, I think this is probably what my take is on the topic. On my phone. Better talents like Gonatilla were still weaker after months of training. I don't. Are you talking to someone else? Trick. Ato, we can't be LARPing. You said that Tanjiro could smell Muzan's whips, but he stated that they were so fast that he couldn't. Oh my god. Okay, so Dark World actually showed me this. What's it called? Muzan's speed just constantly fluctuates throughout the fight because he's what's it called? Because he's adapting to the drug. Like I'll just pull up what he sent me. Like let me see if I could find the shit. Yeah, so I'll pull this up right here. Calling me a LARPer. Okay, buddy. His speed increased again. I'm being overwhelmed. It again implies that Muzan's speed is constantly fluctuating, so it could just be the case that Muzan's speed was faster in that instance, so Tanjiro couldn't even smell it. Would you say Cursia beats Hikari? Let me see that shit. Cursia beats Hikari and sneaks himself in the top 10. I don't think he beats Hikari. I think Jackpot counters his domain. Do you edit on AE or AM? I edit on AM. If you told Toto your type of women, do you think he'll spare you or beat the fuck out of you? Okay, so I have a type. I have a person. Let's say that. Let me think. Toto's type is like a tall woman with like a fat ass. I'd get a 50%. I'd get a 50% on his type. Let's just say that. I'm low-key expecting a 50 kiloton cap on everyone in Demon Slayer besides the top 3, Atsu. Huh? I don't know how you do that. How do you get so good quality then? Like, bro, like, okay, so I have someone upscale for me. I have my friend Uchi do it for me with the Topaz and After Effects. The CC isn't mine. My friend does it for me. Toto is sparing Atto. Actually, hold on. I could Shaq, I think I've sent you a picture of her. Let me do that real quick. I'll just send Shaq a picture of her real quick. From I sent. Hold on, give me a sec. Loki cannot find that shit. Hold on. Well, I'll do that later. Okay. Muzan is so buns. Yeah, he's pretty buns. Holy Aura Murillo. What did he say? Ata, who do you think? Okay, do you think that Muzan with Sukuna battle IQ can win against the Hashiras? I think full power Muzan normally can beat the Hashiras. Yoruichi versus 100 Muzans. Yoruichi. Do you think Yuta would have been a better MC than Yuji? No, I think Yuji would have been a better MC. By a good bit, realistically. Hold on a sec. Okay, so Obito versus Gojo. Obito annihilates. What the hell? I'm trying to find something. I am trying to find something. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Let me pull a yeah, Shaq, I'm gonna send you something. Yep. Okay, so how well would you do against base Kaba? I would beat up Kaba. What are we talking about? Does Kamui bypass Infinity? Yeah. Chainsaw Man over MHA over JJK over Demon Slayer. This is the most LARPed take of all time. This is the most LARPed take of all time. Shaq, check your DMs. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Blast. I think Gohan wins. Oh, manga? Blast is stronger than him. Blast is way slower though, so I'll say Gohan. Atto Gyome said he can't track Muzan's attacks against Longsword Koku. He was perfectly tracking his attacks. My goodness. So for one, what's it called? Like, if we're talking about peak white-haired Muzan, he's faster than Kokushibo. Maybe. But Gyome is also weakened, so. Who has better overall combat, Tanjiro or Deku? Tanjiro. I think Tanjiro has better combat skill than Deku. Deku doesn't really have good hands. Like, he does, but like he kind of just throws out big blast. Luffy and Kaido are faster. Luffy and Kaido are faster than Shanks. I don't know where this narrative is that Shanks is a speedster when he is a hockey. I don't know. I'm not even answering that shit. Weaken physically doesn't make his perception slower. I don't know why we're saying this when he does. What are we talking about? Are we talking about his eyesight? Are we talking about his eyesight? If we're talking about his eyesight, then Gyome's blind. If we're talking about his other senses, then he clearly can track him because what's it called? He's reacting to his attacks. So he can perceive him with his other senses, obviously. What that statement probably means is that what's it called? He can't get a feel for his attacks in the sense that they're unpredictable. He's attacking with a bunch of whips. So that's probably what I'd say that means. If it cannot mean that he's blitzing Gyome because Gyome is reacting to him. He says he can't get a feel for his attacks. Yeah, that can just mean he can't, like, what's it called? Accurately predict them because what's it called? It's a combination of their speed and the fact that there's so many of them. That's probably what I'd say to that. Ato, do you think Star and Stripes can bypass Infinity? Wait, what did Eli say? Eli said it was a bad editor? Hold on. Infinity did jump him for that shit. But yeah, it's been an hour and a half. That's about the time I expected to stream for. So yeah, let me read. Let me. If I see a bad reply, then I'm gonna have to leave. Eli ended the stream. He said something so ass. It maybe ended stream.